start off, let me give you a little story about the desk. I was scrolling online looking for a reception desk for my new salon and found this and was in love. So when I went to go buy it, I found out that the shipping would have cost me twice as much, which was $1,000. So I was like, that is more than the actual product. Let me find a local person to build one for me. So I found somebody to customize one, but the problem is it was awful. You can see all the nails, all the wood. The wood was not great quality. The paint was not a great job. You saw cracks, and it was just a bad job, period. So I was actually embarrassed to have it in the shop. So I ended up taking it out, bringing it to my garage, and decided I was going to fix it. To mind you, this is what I asked for, and this is what I got. You're probably wondering, why did I pay for it? Well, he took it back one time to try to fix it, and then second time he came back, I wasn't really paying attention. He came with paint, so I'm figuring that it will be good. You know, I was working and not paying attention. So overall, that's when I started noticing all the things that I disliked about it. So enough of that. Here I am in my garage trying to fix it. I'm adding wood filler to all the nails, all the cracks, all the holes. Everything that I see that is wrong, I'm adding it in. So my first mistake was I was adding too thick of a layer, too much filler, and I just did not know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted it to look better. I don't realize that this was a mistake until after I was sanding it down. So for future projects, I will only buy like a squeezer wood filler and just fill in the holes that way. While that was drying up, I decided to take a can of spray paint and spray paint the bottom of this desk. He did not even finish painting, you guys. This was just such a horrible job. I expressed to him that I was not happy, but he would not fix it or give me half of my money back. I was not letting the money go to waste or putting that thing in my shop unless it was fixed. So this is what it looks like when it was all dried up. Now I done bought a sander. Never used it before, but I'm going to figure it out. Putting it together now and using square sandpaper and going to work. So this is where mistake number 2 comes in. I was just gliding the sander on there one time. I wasn't making sure that everything was a smooth, flat surface. To mind you, this is my first time doing any of this. So I was learning why I was doing it. Practice make perfect, learning from mistakes. Here I am. I took my leaf blower. I'm trying to blow all the dirt and dust away from the filler, the dry filler, and then I'm going to paint. So this is why I said that everything had to be smooth, flat down when sanding, because after I painted, I was able to see all the marks from the filler, and I did not like that. This paint, I bought it from Home Depot. It was very expensive. It was a wood and enamel paint. The gallon cost me about $60, but the paint itself was nice. This is what it looks like when the paint was all dried up, and I decided to go back to the drawing board and sand it down some more, all the way down till everything was completely smooth. So the first time I was using like a 180 220 sandpaper, and I decided I'm just going to go all the way down to an 80 and sand the crap out of it. So it definitely made a difference. It took me a few days to keep sanding it down until I got it to my desired liking. And here it is. After painting, you don't see any nails, you don't see a bunch of cracks. It's definitely a better job than what I received it. Now, if he had delivered it looking like this, I would have probably been pleased. I also wanted to add some color, some gold to bring it to life. So I'm going with the gold leaf method. The products that I'm using is Mod Podge, some sponge brushes, and the gold leaf I ordered from Amazon. And I will leave all the links below. So I've never done gold leaf before, so this is also a first time for me. I'm placing the Mod Podge on the bottom corner because I decided that I wanted to do a line straight through all the way up. So first mistake I did here was put a little bit too thick of Mod Podge. So if you were ever to do this, you have to put a thinner layer so it could be easier to place the gold leaf down. This is the first section that I'm doing, placing the gold leaf, and this is what it looks like when it's done. So I decided that I'm gonna keep going, but I'm just gonna put a thinner layer, and just now I definitely got the hang of it. So I was doing a much better job. And yes, I do have different hairstyles throughout the scenes because this took me a while. I was working, so every morning when I would wake up in the morning, like 7 in the morning, I would do like 30 to an hour worth of work, or when I would get off of work at night. So it took me about 2 weeks to finally get it right. When the gold leaf dried up on the glue, I took another paintbrush and I just went through and I just kept brushing until it was a completely flat surface and all the extra gold leaf that was not glued on fell off. I went ahead and added just a little bit to one side of the desk, and then also went back in to fill in all the holes that were missing gold leaves. And this is the finished product. So as you can see, it's all dried up. Adding some clear sealer wax before bringing it back to the shop. And this is what it looks like. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I honestly felt so proud of myself. I almost gave up so many times, but let me tell you something. Sometimes if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. And here's my sitting area. It looks beautiful, and I am no longer embarrassed to have this sitting in my shop. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe. Hope to see you next video.